A small step in the right direction. Gas prices finally inching down what you'll be paying now. A strange stoppage at a Dodgers game. How a bubble caused a delay on the field. Hello, everyone. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. Gas prices dropped just a little bit, but not really enough to make an impact on your wallet. It's only about a cent. The average price for a gallon of gas in LA right now is $6.06. For the last 2 months, we've seen gas prices creep up, and then over the weekend, we saw some really big jumps. Last month, we paid about 70 cents less than what we're paying right now. As COVID cases rise across the country, the Biden administration is once again offering free tests. So starting Monday, you can go to covidtest.gov and get 4 tests mailed directly to your home. The website will remain up through the end of the year. And if you have older tests around your house, experts say do not throw them out just yet.
We do know that a number of the tests, they got their expiration dates essentially extended by 6 months or so, but you obviously want to make sure if you're testing that you're getting an accurate result.
So to check to see if your COVID tests are expired, go to the FDA's website to check the lot number. That's very important. It's typically printed right next to the expiration date on the packaging. All right, are you feeling lucky? The Powerball jackpot just keeps rolling after no one picked all 6 numbers Wednesday night. That means the jackpot for Saturday's drawing will be an estimated $725 million. I'll take it. 3 tickets had 5 numbers, but were missing the very important Powerball. None of those were sold here in California, but you may remember back in July, the jackpot grew to over $1 billion before someone bought the winning ticket in downtown LA. That was the last time someone hit the big jackpot. All right, it's time to check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon. She's here to let us know how long the cooler weather will stick around.
Hi, everyone. Well, here's what you can expect as we head into the first weekend of fall. The weather will be the coolest on Thursday with highs in the 60s and 70s, and a very deep marine layer could cause areas of drizzle or light rain. And for that first fall weekend, the temperatures are expected to be warmer with more sunshine. So here's the weather setup. We have an area of low pressure in the Great Basin that's increased the marine layer, brought us some drizzle on Thursday with cooler temperatures. But as we head into the weekend, that system lifts up and away from us. And instead, we have a little ridge develop in the jet stream that's going to cause a moderate warm up by early next week. The temperatures a little warmer, but still below normal for this time of year. Look at the trend in Moreno Valley. We're at the bottom of the roller coaster Thursday and Friday, highs in the low to mid 70s. But over the weekend and through next week, the temperature stays steady in the low 80s.
We're hearing from the devastated fiance of an LA County Sheriff's deputy who was killed in the line of duty. Ryan Klinkenbroomer proposed just 4 days before he was shot and killed in his patrol car.
I'm so happy I was able to love him. It was not long enough. I couldn't wait to start our lives together. We were just engaged, planning to get married and start a family.
Klinkenbroomer's family, his sister, brother, and parents were also at the emotional press conference Wednesday. Just hours earlier, the man accused of killing their loved one was in court. Kevin Salazar made an unusual dual plea. He pleaded not guilty and not guilty by reason of insanity. Here's NBC4's legal analyst, Royal Oakes.
It sounds odd. On the one hand, he's saying not guilty, meaning he did not do the killing, but he's also saying not guilty by reason of insanity, implying, well, maybe I did do it, but if I did, I didn't know right from wrong.
Salazar is being held without bail. If convicted, he faces a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. Heartbreak for a family in Hemet after a mother of 3 was killed just outside her house. Family members say Shawana Weems confronted 2 people who were doing drugs near her children's bedroom window early Monday morning. Shauna's husband says that she only wanted them to leave, but one of them put out a knife and killed her.
It's the greatest wife I could ever imagine. The greatest daughter to her dad. She's just such a good woman.
The 28-year-old was a mother of 3 young children, ages 5, 6, and 7. Her husband believes the killer drove off in a silver truck that was pulling a recreational vehicle. Him and police are looking for witnesses and surveillance video. If you have any information, they want to hear from you. Police have made arrests in a smash and grab that happened at a Pasadena Macy's this month. Surveillance video from September 8th shows the crew take clothes off the rack and stuff them into shopping bags. Investigators say the team of 4 stole $2,000 in high-end clothing from Macy's. 3 suspects were caught and arrested, and a 4th drove away but was boxed in by officers and taken into custody. Police say the crew is originally from Romania and have been deported before.
The Pasadena Police Department has taken retail theft crimes very serious, and we've done several, and we're going to continue to do programs like this to let suspects and let criminals know they're not wanted in Pasadena, and if they come to Pasadena, they'll be arrested.
Investigators say they've linked the burglary crew to thefts in LA County, Orange County, and Nevada. New details on the Federal Trade Commission's lawsuit against Amazon. It involves claims Amazon duped millions of people into paying for its Prime service and made it hard to unsubscribe. The FTC has taken the rare step of naming 3 top Amazon executives as defendants. The amended legal complaint says the company made it purposefully complicated for its 200 million Prime members to cancel their monthly subscription.
It's always significant when you know that people at the company in senior positions were aware of some of these issues.
The FTC says some Amazon employees even urged the company to make changes. Amazon responded by saying the FTC's decision to add 3 Amazon leaders to its civil case against the company is unwarranted, and they've always made it clear and simple for customers to sign up for and cancel Prime. Months after the middle-class tax refunds were sent to California residents, some say they never received their money because it was stolen. And now the I-Team has learned attorneys are stepping in to try and help recover those missing funds.
He might be funny on stage.
Do you ever think you're not that smart? One day you're talking to somebody in 5 minutes time compared to them, you realize you're a freaking genius. Right, married people?
But stand-up comic Pete George says trying to get the middle-class tax refund is no joke.
I just don't like people getting away with things like this or companies getting away with it.
Pete qualified for a $350 refund.
Oh, that's nice. It'll pay for 5 lattes, you know?
He was supposed to get his debit card in January, but it never came. So Pete called Money Network, the company the state hired to manage the program.
And they said, oh, well, you've cashed it in.
Pete says Money Network told him the card had been drained at a nearby ATM, so he filed a dispute right away, but says Money Network keeps giving him the runaround. The I-Team first reported on this problem months ago. Shortly after the cards were mailed, complaints started rolling in, people telling us they either never received their cards or if they did, the money on it was already gone. Experts told the I-Team sophisticated fraudsters were swiping money off the cards electronically.
People started contacting my law firm saying, hey, I need help. I'm supposed to be getting this middle-class tax refund.
Attorney Lorraine Weeks is suing Money Network. According to its $25 million contract with the state, Money Network is supposed to prevent fraud at a success rate of 99% or higher. Weeks doesn't think that's happening, largely because people can't reach Money Network to report fraud.
I think one time I waited an hour and a half.
Well, if you're hanging up on people, making people wait for extremely long times to call and report fraud, then I think those numbers are going to be underreported because it's virtually impossible for a normal person to get through on the phone and report fraud.
The contract also required Money Network to put chips on the cards, making them more secure, but many cards didn't have them. The state told the I-Team that was due to supply chain issues, but Weeks says that's no excuse.
Our point is, you don't have to take on this contract for millions of dollars from Californian taxpayers. But if you volunteer and say, we're going to do that, then you need to do a good job. You need to do what you say you're going to do.
In a statement to the I-Team, Money Network said it doesn't comment on pending litigation, but that it takes its obligation to serve California residents seriously. It also said it successfully distributed more than 9 million debit cards, and it's limited the fraud rate to an amount well below the contractual requirement.
Whether I get the money or not, it's just, okay, whatever. I mean, of course, it's always nice to get what belongs to you.
That was Carolyn Johnson reporting. If you still haven't received your money, you can go to our website, NBCLA.com, for more information about the lawsuit. The state auditor is also looking into the program and how it was managed and tells the I-Team it should wrap up its report later this year. LA City Council member Kevin De Leon plans to seek re-election next year. The announcement comes after continued calls for his resignation and a failed recall attempt. This comes after a racially charged conversation between De Leon and former council colleagues was leaked. Assembly members Wendy Carrillo and Miguel Santiago have already announced bids for De Leon's seat, which include Boyle Heights, Lincoln Heights in downtown LA. The primary election is in March. Airbnb is cracking down on fraud. The short-term rental service says it has removed 59,000 fake listings so far this year. Customers singled out fake listings as a big problem. Other issues? High cleaning fees and prices. Airbnb said more than 260,000 listings had lowered or removed cleaning fees. The company is using artificial intelligence and cracking down against scammers. It's about to get spooky at Knott's Berry Farm. The Halloween staple Knott's Scary Farm officially kicks off. It's the longest running and most haunting Halloween theme park event in SoCal. There are 10 frightening mazes to enjoy on top of the many scare zones. All guests ages 15 years old or younger must be accompanied by a chaperone. The fun gets going from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. from now through October 31st. Looks fun. All right, just when you think you've seen it all at Dodger Stadium, the Dodgers experienced a very unusual delay during Wednesday night's game. Check it out.
A minor bubble delay.
I thought it was a drone. Okay.
It's a bubble.
That was strange. Who did that? Not sure where the bubble came from, but players paused to look up before it popped. The bubble wasn't the only thing flying around near the field. A wild goose narrowly avoided a foul ball and circled the field a few times. It's like an episode of Stranger Things. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.